frat guys leaving the kind of parties where the girls wear sombreros all night? They are a tri-boy connected at the hip. One set of legs with 3 torsos sprouting out and 6 arms and 3 necks and 3 heads and the requisite facial features. Sometimes, when their hair gets too long, it looks like they're attached by the hair too, but they're not, so don't go saying that shit. Being a tri-boy takes its toll, so they drink, sometimes to excess, and dabble in pugilism. Not all of the heads want to fight all of the time. Sometimes only one gets punchy and the others have to convince him to stop, which can be difficult. Sometimes 2 get punchy and have to convince the third to get on board, which is pretty easy. A shot of Svedka down the hatch, he's ready to go. The tri-boy believes himself to be a frail being, the heads and torsos minutely calibrated to one another, shifting balance constantly so that they do not fall over. All of the 6 inner ears have adapted for this precise purpose. They weren't always a tri-boy. They met as blushing 18-year-olds with individual bodies and limbs deposited into this whatever the hell town, told to be nice and open books and read them, given quarters and told to buy bread from the monks down the road. When they're not getting punchy, they're watching The Wire on DVD or listening to The Doors at full volume, pouting and bare-chested like a 3-headed Jim Morrison. They merged one night early that first semester. It'd been the first time they'd all got rip-roaring together and they walked around town after dark. They stopped to pet a stray cat along the way, nearly crying at the softness of its fur. One of them had quarters in his pocket and insisted on going to buy monk's bread, but the others convinced him otherwise. They'd all had so much that their centers of gravity were skewed to high heaven, and one after the other, the 3 of them took a tumble. Once 2 of them got footing, they'd help up the third just in time for another to fall down. They laughed, but they mostly cried. What sort of higher power created bodies to be like this? Slim-hipped, large-headed, noodle-limbed, willowy, reedy like a sunflower unmoored? That was it, they thought. And all the 3 of them fell down on somebody's lawn altogether, and the next time they stood up, they were the tri-boy you saw today. Earlier, 2 of the heads were disagreeing about The Wire again and which season was best. One of the heads said that season 4 was, and the other said that season 3 was, and so they got punchy. The third had started swinging too because it was the thing to do. The third fought in the name of Marlowe Stanfield, not Stringer Bell, just because he thought Marlowe never got the respect he deserved, but it didn't matter in the fury of the night when punches were punches. When the fight ceased, they sat on the edge of their bed, panting and bloodied, their heads resting on frozen peas. The leftmost head stirred first. "Sorry, boys," he said. "No, Sam, please," said the other 2. "I want to be my own boy," Sam said. "I'm detaching." The other 2 braced themselves for the separation, expecting a righteous pop. Sam used all of his strength to lean away from the other 2, using his arm to grab onto the side of the bed and pull hard, but nothing happened, nothing ripped. The other 2 only felt a slight tug in the hips. Turns out that Sam was extraordinarily weak in the arms. His biceps were no match for his temper. He kept pulling himself and whimpering until his arms gave out and he just sat down panting once more. "Tomorrow," Sam said, and the tri-boy fell asleep again as a whole.